and welcome to Filipinos in. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. My name is Antoinette Carabuana,
and I'm Ruben Austria. Let's make it happen.
Living there and working there for 10 years.
Woo! New and improved material for a new show.
Yay!
What's going on, Antoinette?
Not much, Ruben. I'm just so excited to get to know two of our guests today.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing as always. Really appreciate you hosting today. I know I can't help myself but speak when there's dead air sometimes. So if I if I talk over you, then we're just trying to figure out how to work together even better every week. So I really appreciate you being here.
Of course, happy to be here.
All right,
happy to be here.
All right. So, Antoinette, I'll give you the opportunity to first describe what Filipinos in is, and and why we're here.
Yeah, so Filipinos in, we are all here to gather all of the businesses, to help the businesses, not just in Massachusetts, but for the entire United States and nationwide. We are here to create and collaborate and give the platform for our business owners and entrepreneurs to be able to tell their story and to give them the resources to help them and to make sure that they have the visibility and their brand is out there for all of the audience and for all of the Filipinos everywhere, and also all the businesses to get to know them.
Perfect.
That's right.
Perfect. I'll come in behind you and like let them know exactly how this came about. Filipinos in is really a product and of our community coming together to do exactly what Antoinette just said, just connect, collaborate, and create content that helps the whole community. So really our community is for the community, by the community. And these are the wonderful people, including Antoinette at Curantis Private Nursing Services. I own a company called Lifeline, which helps local business owners essentially with anything with anything related to their local business. The whole idea behind everything that makes this possible is really a production we call live community networking, and it's something that's more of like a mission that I created in order to utilize the things that I've learned over the years that really help businesses. And what I mean by that is these are the organizations. I won't name them by name, Antoinette, because once we get super popular and we're getting watched by millions of viewers, these companies, these organizations might go after us. No, I'm just kidding. But really, it's really built off like the community service aspect, helping these local businesses, the networking aspect, helping businesses collaborate together and do refer business to each other, and also giving us all practice to be in front of a camera, right, Antoinette? I mean, I think Antoinette,
that's right.
I will say that it's been only a few short months, but I think you're way better now than you were when we first started. Would you agree?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely agree. There's always room for improvement, for practice, and it just basically pump up your confidence in your public speaking skills. So
That's
I'm
right.
very, very happy and fortunate to have this platform. And I was also able to get to know some of the amazing people behind the scene, and so was Ruben over here, our founder of Filipinos in.
That's it.
Right, Ruben?
That's it. Well, we're just getting started. So I'm excited. I'm excited to continue to build this. As I said earlier, it wouldn't be possible without folks like you, Antoinette. So looking forward to another amazing show. So in case you're wondering, when we talk about the platform, this is really it, right? We produce the space for entrepreneurs like yourself to come in, to host, to co-host, help produce the show, to help co-produce the show, and really our show is centered around featuring business owners that we all can learn from, get educated, inspired, and empowered from. And that's it. So if you're interested in becoming part of a future show, please comment. Let us know that you're interested, and we'll be sure to be sure to hit you up on that. All right. Next. Antoinette, part of our show. Again, wouldn't be possible without you. So we're gonna allow you to talk about a little bit about you and your business and what you're up to with Entrepreneur and Curantis.
Yes, thank you so much. And again, my name is Antoinette Carabana. I am the owner of Curantis Private Nursing Services. Curantis is a concierge private nursing service offering post-operative care, cosmetic surgery, aftercare support, IVF support, and elderly care to clients in the comfort of their homes, hotels, or their preferred location. And I'm also the owner of Entrepreneur, which is an online pop-up store for Filipino nursing, novelty gifts, t-shirts, coffee, and also various merchandise for business owners and Pinoy entrepreneurs. You can reach Curantis Private Nursing Services by calling us at 617-203-8897. You can also visit our website at curantisnursing.com, and you can check all of our variety of products on Entrepreneur by visiting us online at entrepreneur.shop.
And you already got people saying hi to you live.
Hi, Karen. Karen is an avid viewer for us. She's our number one supporter. So thank you, Karen, and hello.
Hello, Karen. Thank you so much. Please let us know if you have any questions for our guests, and we'll be happy to relay them and get some answers. So you're a rock star. Really appreciate you being here.
She is.
That's what I didn't mention earlier. We are live, so if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. So perfect. Wanted to quickly just introduce myself. My name is Ruben Austria. I own a company called Lifeline, short for local business Lifeline. And essentially what we're starting off by creating is help for business owners to promote themselves. I've said this earlier today with a guest that we have, but a lot of business owners really just want to do what they're doing. They don't necessarily want to learn about all the marketing that's involved or the social media that's involved. So part of what Lifeline is really to create that additional support that allows you to do things that you need to do as a business owner, but maybe not necessarily want to do. So currently, just wanted to share, I'm working on a project right now I'll be soon launching next quarter. It's called Learn Local. And what it involves is really just getting an influencer to represent different areas of the country, starting with Massachusetts. We're going to start in the 14 counties of Massachusetts. We're looking to pair influencers with different parts of the county, and then eventually different parts of different zip codes, all to where you can just go to Learn Local and find exactly who you need to work with in order to get your real estate services handled, because really real estate is probably one of the most local businesses there is, but at the same time they need all this marketing services, and they need to be represented by somebody, and hopefully we're going to be those the people that do that. So and one thing I will mention is that anybody that comes on Filipinos In is also a local business owner. So it's essentially trying to promote all this to everyone else that would listen. So, yeah, just looking forward to be, doing more of that and promoting that. So, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, a ton of information.
I got to stop talking so much, I guess.
No, you need to continue to educate and create and collaborate with all of these featured guests and everybody over here, because that's what we all need, right?
That's all. That's what we're all doing, and it's you got, like I said, we're both getting you better at this. We're right about the time we're going to be featuring our guests. So Let's make it happen. Okay. Let's please welcome Merose Bicar, the owner of Adobo Republic. Merose, thank you so much for being part of the show. Please let us know who you are and a little bit more about your business.
Well, thank you guys for having me. And I am Merose Bicar and I manage, I own, and I'm the chef of Adobo Republic, your first Filipino food truck in Massachusetts. And we are located in Wareham. It's the gateway to the Cape Cod. And we offer Filipino essentials. We have a chicken adobo, we have pork barbecue liempo, we have lumpia Shanghai, spring rolls, pancit, you name it. And we do a lot of public events. We do catering and corporate events, weddings, birthday parties. So if you have any events in the future, let us do the work. Send us your inquiries in.
Yay!
Empanadas.
Awesome. Yeah. No, that's amazing. Thank you thank you so much, Merose. I think as I mentioned before, the only downside of doing a virtual show is that we can't get to smell or taste any of the food. Not at this moment, anyways. But in terms of since we have some a little extra time, I just wanted to mention in terms of food trucks, do you feel like there are a lot of Filipino food trucks in Massachusetts? I don't know. I'm not aware. So
Actually, there is like a lot of them um, lately. Like last year when we started this business, we didn't think that it's going to work because we never see any food trucks around. But I think with it's starting to get like a thing around here in this area and in Cape Cod, stuff like that. So
Wow, you're a trendsetter. Adobo Republic is a trendsetter in like the Cape area, right? So woohoo!
it's a great way to do it.
and how far do you go in terms of, just so everyone who's watching might, how far do you drive?
We do go to Boston a lot, and we do have a lot of things going on in Cape Cod as well. So some people are from New Hampshire. They're trying to hire us for their events, but I think it has something to do with their town because every town has different requirements and permits. So we do go everywhere.
That's awesome.
It's good to know. So if you're thinking about bringing Filipino food to your next work party, or I don't know, picnic or what have you, please feel free to reach out to Merose, and I think she'll be more than happy to oblige and bring amazing Filipino food to your door. That's a great thing about having a food truck.
Yeah, I love it. We go places to places, and people will discover you more. And if you have more visibility, you gain a lot more customers from different part of the state. So
I love the presentation too. Like, did you ever? How do you do it? I mean, it seemed like you're doing a lot, but like the presentation is just like it looks so fancy. It makes me want to like eat all of them, even like the plate or like whatever you're
yeah.
putting it on it.
Well, I I like my food like really good looking. If I want to see a food that is beautiful, I also want to make sure the food tastes good as well. Like all the flavor combination, flavor profile should be on top notch. So
Yeah, perfect, amazing.
if there's a
Well,
good looking food, you know, people eat with their eyes first. So that's what I'm trying to do.
perfect. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna make sure that we have time. We already have some questions for you when the time comes. But certainly. Oh, hello there.
Hi there.
That's a sous chef, I imagine. Is that right?
Mini helper.
Okay, perfect. All right, no problem. We're going to get to our next featured guest, and we'll be back to midway into the show. Okay, Rose. All right. So next up, we have Tau Hsu, owner of Mister Monut. Tao, thank you so much for being here. Would love to have you introduce yourself and your business.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Tao, and I decided to open a bakery, to open up a mochi donut store. So this is what the donut looks like. They are 8 balls, and the I retire from pharmacy. I am a pharmacist, and this was my dream since I was a pharmacist to have my own business and the challenge that comes with it. So we decided to do. I decided to do this venture and see how easy, how difficult it is. And so far, it's been 2 years, and I'm enjoying every day.
That's great. That's great.
That's awesome.
Would you say, I know only from experience that there was a franchise mochi. Is that Mochi Nut the biggest franchise? Is that
Yes,
right?
Mochi Nut is a franchise, but we're not franchise. We're a single store startup right now, and hopefully we can grow from here.
No, 100%. Yeah, and I only mention them not because not to bring attention to your competition necessarily, but to bring attention to that once it becomes a franchise and like, you got that kind of money backing that kind of food, it's almost like, hey, people want this for sure. You know what I mean?
So I think the franchising is it's an easier concept because you everything's set up for you, right? So this is what you do step by step. As an individual owner, you have to go through all the steps, so it's a lot more complex. But a positive is that you can actually adjust the ingredients, right, to make it more tastier, use a higher grade ingredient, and that's what we have chosen to do, right, to give our customer the highest grade ingredient that's available to make this product. Also, I forgot to show you, this is another product that we make, is the croffles. So it's actually croissant pressed in a waffle machine.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah,
That looks delicious.
Yeah, you can take a bite.
A virtual bite, but I'm definitely planning to visit your store in Waltham, Tao, and so was Adobo Republic when I'm actually on that way. I'm always on the road all the time for the most part. But talk more about your products, Tao. Like any other aside from the one that you just showed us. I'm sure there's a ton of them.
Yeah, right now it's the cheesecake, and this picture now is our chiffon cake, and these are the mochi donuts.
Ooh.
And these are the croffles, and we can do croffle with creams or the croffle glaze in the highest quality chocolate available, right?
That looks beautiful.
And they're delicious.
Wow.
Yeah, you and Merose need to partner up on the aesthetics.
I was just about to say that. They need to collaborate because Merose can serve the main entree, and then there's another beautiful dessert. So that's a perfect collaboration right there.
There you go, Merose. We can some mochi donut on your truck too.
Oh, please send them my way. I will sell them.
Hey,
There's
Tao,
no donut around here, so I think it's gonna be a click.
Hey, so Tao, so for the uneducated and unprivileged, can you just explain what a mochi donut is? Just because I don't think anyone understands.
Sure. Everybody should be familiar with the regular donut that you can buy at Dunkin' Donut. That's made with flour. So the mochi donut is actually made with glutinous rice flour. It's mochiko. Basically is Japanese donut, right? So the inside is very airy and chewy, and that gives a great chew. And a lot of people like it because it's light. It doesn't feel greasy. And the toppings can be, you can have many different toppings. You know, some people might not like strawberry. Some people may like taro. So the topping is customizable to the people's taste. So that's what makes it great, because everybody has a favorite taste, and we can customize to that taste.
Yeah. Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. So in other words, it's like, I mean, it's almost like trying to be a healthier donut, basically, because it's not, it's because it's gluten
I
free,
always
right?
tell people that if you don't think about it, there's no calories. We're located in Waltham, Massachusetts, because I forgot to mention that.
All right, perfect. Well, make sure
Yeah.
that we provide that information too. 873 Main Street. So okay, got it. So you're right on Moody Street, right? Is that right?
We're right near
Right
Moody
off Moody
Street.
Street. Yeah, got it. Cool.
So,
Used to live off Moody Street, so I'm very familiar. Very cool. Awesome. Well, Tao and Merose, that's amazing. We already have questions for both of you, but before we start those questions, we want to just finish the other segments of the show, updating the rest of our members about what's upcoming. So if you could sit tight, we'll transition to the Ask Us Anything portion of the show as soon as we finish the our announcements. Is that okay? Perfect. All right, but you guys can stick around. I didn't mean to, say that you guys couldn't stick around. So, Antoinette, there's been a lot going on this past
Yes.
week. Anything that you want to mention? Did you go to any? I know that you had your own Curantis event, right? This past week.
Yes. Yeah. Curantis actually hosted a networking event. This was in Woburn, and we had our wine and cheese social. So it was a good turnout, although we didn't really, put it out there. We only had at least like a week to put it out there, but we had a good turnout. We met, wonderful people and people that wanted to get to know us. So that was awesome. And what else, you guys? Do you have any other latest news to share, like the past couple of days, Labor Day, any other fun stuff that you guys did lately? What about you, Ruben? What happened with latest news over there in SoCal?
This past week, the latest news. The latest news is that summer is officially over. So that means life is getting back to normal. That's so there's a joke here in San Diego that the people who live in San Diego don't go to the beaches in the summertime because it's already full of people who are not from San Diego. So, in fact, I'm one of those people who don't like going. I'd rather go when all the tourists are not there. So life is getting back to normal in the fall. That's
Yeah.
But so I think that's what we might. That's all what we might have. Actually, there is something that. The latest news. Excuse me, that I wanted to mention is we have a member, Karen, who has a coloring book that's come out, and she wants us to help put it out there. Again, one of the things that we want to do for our local businesses in this network that we have. So she's putting out a coloring book, and I believe it's something that she put together. I didn't talk to her specifically about it, but it's going to. I think it's available now on Amazon. We're going to drop the link in the. It'll be posted, and man, it's she mentions it's perfect for young artists. This coloring book is an excellent resource for students, homeschoolers, tutors, and teachers alike. It's packed with fun and educational designs that will keep little ones entertained while enhancing their creativity. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like everyone is getting into kids' books or writing a kids' book or doing something like that. I want to be down with that. I want to. I don't know. Maybe I'll try my hand at writing a kid's book. I don't know.
It's very therapeutic. It's very
Maybe.
therapeutic, and I think she created that with her son. So that's amazing. That's the story behind that. So you all guys please support Karen and her son's coloring book since we're
Yeah.
promoting that in the show.
Yeah, no, we love doing that. So, next part, upcoming events. Morose, I know that you had mentioned that you have some upcoming events that you want to talk about. So, we'll absolutely give you, give you the opportunity to share.
Okay, so I have a couple events this September. Um, we have the September 14th Touch a Truck. If you're around in Wareham, this is a fundraising event, and all the funds will go towards Turning Point, which helps the community that are homeless and in needs of food and stuff. And then we have September 19th, the Food Truck Thursday in Sandwich Heritage Museum, Heritage Gardens Museum. So if you're over in Cape Cod, um, this Food Truck Thursday that's going to happen on 9/19, September 19. They have a live band, and there's a couple more food trucks and a dessert truck. So it's gonna be a lot of fun with your family and friends. And then we have a food truck night in Fairhaven on September 20th. So it's from, I believe it's 5:30 to 8. And so if you're over in Dartmouth, Fall River, New Bedford area, it's your chance to get us from that area because we're going to be there for one night. And then we have September 21st, Cape Cod Canal Day. So it's one of the biggest events here in Bourne. And we have a lot of crafts vendors, food vendors, a lot of food truck. And there's, I think there's a running event, 5K run race event, something like that. And then we have the Harvest Moon Festival in Onset on September 28th. Scope of food trucks there as well. Also, the New Bedford on October 5th and the Harvard Square on October 6th. You will see us.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of events. We'll make sure we'll post that into the Filipinos in and Filipinos in Mass, so everybody can take a look at that for all those events and support you and attend all the
Usually
series
you
of
can see
events.
it on our website or in our social medias every week where we're gonna be at, what our hours and stuff like that. So.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think obviously in the food business, but any business, and if you're creating events to put yourself out there, you're doing your job. You know what I mean? So that's great work. Great work, Morose.
That's a
Thank you.
full packed schedule. I don't know how she does it. Like it's great. It's busy. You're making great
It's
food,
just
but you're also
busy.
coordinating all these events. It's amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Life is crazy. Might as well just go on for the ride.
That's right.
Just enjoy it.
That's it. That's it. Last thing I want to mention in terms of next week, we have an event where we're gonna have two business owners again sharing what they do. One, Irene Coleman, who's the owner of Sumo Steakhouse, and the other, I think we have a production error here. His name is Carlo, and he is in the music business. So he is not Tau's partner at Mister Monut. So hopefully you all can attend, and that's going to be next Friday at 4 p.m. So the other thing that we want to mention as well is that the Filipino American Food Festival is happening October 6th. From what I hear, Antoinette, it's huge. It's a big one. It's one of the big events happening.
Yeah.
So, Morose or Tau, if you want an event that you can sponsor or be a part of, it could potentially be a good one there as well. So, October 12th, Filipino nurses. I know, Antoinette, you had promoted this last week, but we are committed to, sharing the good news. October 12th is an event from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. 34th anniversary. So of PNANI, which is Filipino Nurses Association of New England. So Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff, man. Internet, the production is just like so super tight. We're ending here
Yeah,
and getting here at the point where we're supposed to get here. I mean, I don't think that's a coincidence. So, um,
that's
so thank you,
right.
thank
And
you.
I also just want to add two more events. And Tao, like, please, if you want to add in like some
Oh,
events, I
sure,
know
no
you
problem.
mentioned that
Yeah,
as well. And also on September 10th, Ruben, I'm going to be over at your alma mater, Northeastern University, for a social media summit. So Curantes will participate in their social media summit. We also have one ticket. So if you guys or if any of you wanted to, to participate in that, we're giving it for free. We have extra tickets. So just direct message me or just hit me up and I can give you the free ticket. And also, so we'll be a vendor for the Harvard Square event on October 6th.
perfect.
And I'll send it over to Tao. Tao, I know you have some events you want to plug in as well.
Our events is basically we cater to a lot of companies. If you work in a company and you want something different for your office, give us a try. You can visit us on our website and send me a form or just send me a phone number and I'll contact you. That way, just if you give us a couple days in advance, we can actually cater to any specific needs that you have. Like different flavors, color scheme of your company. We did a event for a company that they just changed their whole logo, and so we made the donuts the color that they wanted, and they were very excited. And also weddings. Somebody actually ordered from us for their wedding event, and that was quite interesting. And so we can basically do everything, but of course we just need a few days ahead notice.
Perfect. Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Thank you so much for that. We're excited. Again, if it seems like Tao and Merose are flexible to doing whatever you and your businesses might need. So please help them out. Let's make it happen for them. So I apologize. I completely missed those events, internet. So maybe the timing isn't completely on. But hey, we're just gonna pretend that we did it exactly the way it's supposed to be.
That's right.
All right. So without further ado, let's head on to our Ask Us Anything portion of the show. Okay, so this Ask Us Anything show portion of the show is that we bring the questions that are asked by our viewers, but also me and Antoinette will ask questions to our featured guests that really might interest our members and those who are watching. So I'm going to start by bringing up questions that our live guests have already asked, just so that we can actually get them on camera. So again, we all know that Karen is here watching. Charles, thank you so much for being a part here. So Karen wants to know, Merose, what are the next big plans for Adobo Republic? What do you got planned for the company?
Thanks, Karen. I love Karen. She's my girl. Thank you for your question. The next big plans, I am thinking maybe another food truck. We're not sure yet, but it's either a food truck or having our own restaurant. Either or.
Very nice. And what do you feel like the timing is going to be on that? No, don't we won't hold you to it, but just in case some people are
Just an approximate.
approximate.
For my next food truck, I don't know. We'll see. Like maybe next year or in next 2 years. And I would like to do probably Empanada Express. I already said it to my page because last event we just sold like 300 empanadas for one event, and I'm like, oh, everybody loves empanada, so I guess my next food truck will be Empanada Express.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it. My little
Can you make mochi empanada as well?
Mochi empanada, yes, out of potato starch. Yes, I can probably do that. You know,
yeah, perfect.
something different.
Collaboration and creation. That's what it's about. You guys are already connected. So what we also like to do is we even though the questions might be directed to specific guests, we want to ask you as well, Tao. What's next? I mean, maybe 2 years. I mean, 2 years seems like an infancy in business. It might seem like you just started, but what are the next big plans for Mr. Monut?
Well, my plan is I'll always innovating. I still love traveling, so I'm still going to see what's around the world and probably introduce new product every half a year to our operations and to open another. So I think I will focus on the store and bring the products to the community from the store, and I don't anticipate expanding or being a franchise. This way I have better control and more focus towards this one business.
Got it. Got it. Right. Perfect. Yeah, that's everyone knows their business best. So thank you so much for sharing that. So perfect. I'm gonna just go down the list here of anything else that we might have here. So this was an interesting one. Charles wants to know. Charles says, "Do they taste like Krispy Kreme donuts or better?" Tao, I think you should. I think that's a softball question. You can say what is it like? What is the Mister Monut
So
taste like?
the answer is Krispy Kreme. Of course, it's a legend, right? Everybody knows Krispy Kreme. Our donuts is different than Krispy Kreme. So when you bite into it, it's different. It all depends on your taste. So for the mochi donut, and you just have to like mochi, which a lot of people do. But just to be completely transparent, is that some people may not like it, right? It's just like some people may not like Krispy Kreme, right? So it's both ways. I think it's acquired chewiness, but it's more familiar to a lot of people. The mochi donut. So I think if you say if it tastes better or not, I think that it tastes really good, but it's a different type of taste than Krispy Kreme. That's my answer to that question.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. I
You
think
need to try it to know.
yeah,
Do you
no,
give samples like those, tiny ice
Yeah,
cream that you go to?
we actually do. We're one of the few
Ooh,
places that have you see the mochi donut? They're cut into 8 pieces. They're actually it's 8 balls, so we cut it into 8 pieces, and we give a piece to each customer that comes in.
that's awesome. I'll be right
that's
there after the show.
that's great. And I think this comment was meant for you. Well, I'm going to put that on my list to visit. So,
Hmm.
but Christopher, you might have a new customer there. So yeah, thank you so much. And since I think this, I can make this into a relevant question as a follow up, Morose. I mean, obviously, everyone's tasted Filipino food. Like, what makes your Filipino food different than what people might have tasted? Maybe that's a good question for you.
So my food, it's like a traditional taste, like flavors. Like you can taste the adobo, you can taste the liempo, but then like I kind of put a little bit to make it elevate the flavor a little bit. So with my chicken adobo, there's like a pineapple salsa that goes with it. So it's like sweet, salty, and fresh flavor. And then my with my barbecue liempo bowl, it has like cucumber kimchi on the side. So there's like a little bit kick to it. So it's a little different. I have ube churros, which is one of my best seller too. So it's usually like a Mexican churros, Mexican dessert, but it's coated with ube sugar, and then there's coconut on top, which represents our um, dessert as well, and there's some ube dip that goes with it. So it's really good, and it's just different. Eh, Different is good. People likes
Yeah,
different. So
yeah. No, that's great. That's great. And Christopher also asked if you were in one location. Right now they are, but hopefully they'll
yeah,
be in future.
most of the
Future.
days we are here in Wareham. If we don't have big events coming, we are here Tuesday to Saturday, and yeah, but we do go places to places time to time.
Perfect. 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 Well, thank you so much, Morose. Um, we don't currently have any other questions that we want to bring up, but Antoinette and I usually have questions that I think we ask only because we want them. We like them being answered. I feel like entrepreneurs like yourselves have the opportunity because really it's just resourcefulness, you guys, right? Like creating a business is all just about being able to find the answer to that you need in order to get it done. Um, why did you pick this specific business? What made it, what made it stand out as something, you wanted to do? So Tao, if you could just elaborate, that'd be great for us to know.
Yeah. So I picked this business because I actually enjoy seeing people with a smile. When they try the product, and a lot of people have sweet tooth, and after they take a bite or try the product, I get a lot of comments saying that this place is very dangerous. Right? It's just like some, sounds like a bomb or something's gonna blow up. But I finally understood that it's dangerous because they're gonna gain weight, or but the reason I'm doing it is because it does bring a smile to people's face, and that's gratifying to me.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's perfect. I can completely understand. Growing up, one of my favorite things to do, and one of the my most favorite things that I did growing up was being a barista at a coffee shop. Everyone loved their coffee, right? So, and they thank you so much, and you get to meet so many different people, and it really just interacting with clients. So that's amazing. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Tao.
Yeah.
Um,
That's that's awesome. And it's what they say, cooking and food is a way of expressing yourself. And by just listening to all the story that the both of you shared, I'm actually seeing a common theme. It's creativity and excellence. Because you
mm,
are both of you are very creative in what you do, and you always wanted to provide excellent product to your customer. So that's awesome. That is great.
Morose, same question to you. We'd like to, why did you decide to start this business, your restaurant?
Um, First, I have a very strong passion with cooking. I love cooking for people, and I think it's just running my blood. And having a food truck is gives me more flexibility, especially if because I have a very little kid, 4 years old and 13 years old. So, because if you own like a restaurant, it's different.
Uh-oh.
I think we
We
lost
might
her.
we might have lost her. I think she'll be back, but it sounds like she was gonna share some really good stories. So
Yeah.
we'll wait till she gets back and get back to her soon. Antoinette, do you wanna continue by asking Tao a question that you might find interesting? Um,
Yeah, I just realized how because you mentioned about, yeah, by the way, thank you for educating us about the difference of a franchise and starting your own business from ground up. Thank you for educating us about that one. But I also wanted to ask you, and you mentioned this, what are the challenges that you've encountered in your business and how did you overcome it? We would be very curious to know.
Sure. The the challenge is if somebody wants to start their own bakery. This is my experience is that you actually do need quite a sufficient amount of funds, liquid fund to be able to do that because you gotta invest in equipment. Equipment are not cheap for this type of stores, and also the biggest challenge was the rent, right? Even though you have a good credit history, all that, the landlord doesn't really well. They take that into account, but they want you to be personally guaranteeing the rent for the entire duration of the lease. So that is a challenge for um, probably a lot of people because they need funding and all that. For me is okay because I have been a pharmacist for so many years, so I am established and I'm okay with that pressure, right, per se. And so the biggest challenge is actually funding, and also you need to really shop around for the cost of things. You cannot just have a vendor tell you that it's going to be this much money and then you just pay for it, right? Whereas the other vendor will sell it to you for 20% cheaper because if you keep buying it, it's going to cost you a lot more money, extra money in the long term. So shop around. Make sure before you start that you have funding to do what you want to do.
Great.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
That's sound advice. That's sound advice, especially for someone
Yeah.
looking forward to serve. So it's one thing to open the business. It's another to stay in the business.
Right.
And they say that if you can get to 5 years, you have a better chance of continuing to be in business. But until then, it's like, it's all hands on deck and just do what you got to do to survive.
Yeah,
So,
if I
A lot
may,
of hard work.
if I may add to that is, I think that the first 2 years, a year and a half will be your toughest challenge, right? Because that's when you're learning a lot of things. A lot of things come up when you start a business, but after that, should be pretty smooth sailing. If you can make it to at least a year and a half or 2 years, I think that will be smooth sailing for you afterwards.
yeah, perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. All right. Well, it looks like Morose is back.
Yay.
My phone was overheating and it shuts down on me.
I
Oh,
know.
no worries.
It's okay. It's happened to me before. Believe me. But you were saying about how you were passionate about the restaurant, and it was in your blood, and then you got cut off. So you want to
Yeah.
please continue.
The food truck is just more flexibility, and I can reach more people by doing events and stuff. So like it helps me introduce the Filipino food to a lot more people.
Great. And while we're at it, I mean, Antoinette, do you want to ask your question to Morose that you asked to Tao?
Yeah, so this is actually one of Ruben's favorite question too about, the challenges that, because every one of us, we always have challenges and hiccups, maybe in our personal lives, professional lives, business. So what are the challenges that you encounter in your business, and how did you overcome it? We would love to know your story.
I think the biggest challenge is, just doing business by not by myself, but doing business as well as having kids, teenagers in school. Of course, he had some couple activities that I cannot attend because I have to be in my shop. Sometimes we have events, and I have a daughter that is 4 years old, and so yeah, just juggling here and there between personal and business is just tough. And I think we just gonna have to learn our time management, and we needed some help sometimes. So my my parents-in-law are helping us out, so we can do our own thing.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great. Yeah, we all have those challenges. So, but I think one of the things that will help is really just being part of a network, being part of a community like we're creating. So we really appreciate really appreciate that you being a part of it. So I think we have a time for one more question, and just want to just I always like to ask this one and make sure it's addressed, because I think people who might be watching this on live or the recording are going to want to know. I would love to hear your biggest piece of advice for anyone looking to chase their dream and create a business like you have. So doesn't really, it can be simple, it can be whatever whatever you feel like you want to share. But for anyone like watching and wanting to do something, um please please share what something that you think would help them. That'd be great.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So I think you definitely need to live your dream. Basically, at least if it's something that you're passionate on doing, right? So it's something that you're passionate, you're more likely to succeed rather than a dream that you had, but you're not sure, right? So I think passionate is most important. And once you have that passion dream, you just have to make sure that it can become a reality by analyzing all the aspects. Do I have the resource to do it, right? Do I need, how much support do I need, right? And once you determine that you have that, I think that you should definitely go for it. You, and once you have all that, once you go for it, it's going to be a lot easier because you already put a lot of effort into visualizing what's going to happen, and that goal becomes a lot easier. And so one thing that I learned about human being is that actually there's really, we're capable of doing a lot more than you think. And you just have to at the moment when it's needed, I think once you put your full effort into something that you believe in, you are definitely going to achieve it.
Wow. Great advice. Thank you,
Amazing.
sir.
There's nothing I need to add to that. I think it's self-explanatory. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Tau. Really appreciate that. Morose, same question to you. What advice would you give anyone that might be watching right now?
Um, about quitting your full-time job before for full-time job, which will give you working or no. That if you want to start your business, just like what he said, uh,
I'm sorry, Morose, but I can't make out what you're saying. I think because of the sound. The sound is a little bit off.
can you hear me?
It's better, a little better.
That's better.
So just like what he said, that you gotta have a very strong passion about the business that you want to start. And also, I think you gotta have some knowledge and experience, so you're not setting yourself up for those stressful days, because it's never going to be easy. It's gonna be a lot of work. And I think if you want to start business as well, you gotta do it the right way, right process, because people will just right behind you with the proper license stuff, cost, and also have a lot of fun. You want to commit to this business and say so happy to do it. It's gonna be part of all your business.
Okay, I think we still had a little bit of trouble, but I think just if I, correct me if I'm wrong. You said very much a lot of the same things that Tao had mentioned. Like you got to have passion, you got to have fun doing it, but you also have to, really know your stuff, know what you're doing.
You got
Um,
what you're doing, so you're not setting up yourself to, stress. Because it's hard. It's a hard business. It's not
yeah,
easy.
It is. It
yeah.
is. We
Well,
all
thank
can
you so
agree to
much.
that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tao, Morose. We can't thank you enough for being on the show. Um, it seems like we're just always, regardless of the industry that anyone's in and regardless of the experience, we still get a lot of the same messages. But it's really just about allowing our audience to hear that over and over again until they decide that it's possible. So we appreciate that you're a part of that, and we're going to take you off stage now, and me and Antoinette are going to complete the show. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here. We are grateful for your presence. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
you're
guys.
welcome. You're welcome. Whoo! Wow!
Ooh, yeah,
Wow! I never get tired of hearing stories like Tao and Morosis. How about you?
yes. Yeah, me too. It also makes it look more appetizing because we're talking about food and desserts and pastry. But food is love, right? Food is love. That's what I've said. It's a way of cooking, and food is a way of expressing yourself. And they're able to share their story about excellence and their creativity and their passion for the work that they do. Not to
Yeah,
mention the hard work that comes along with it.
absolutely. So, what would you say that your takeaway is from today, from hearing both of these entrepreneurs
It's
discuss?
Yeah, I think it's never give up on your passion because with Tao, he was an established pharmacist. You're making, at least you're established, you're ready, you're financially stable, you're in the healthcare industry, but that's something that he really wanted to do. And he's already retired, and look at him now. He started his business from ground up, and he's doing well. And so was with Merose. She is a mom. She's trying to, of course, family comes first, is what I can tell when she was telling us her story, but she's able to balance everything aside from running her own food truck and being the primary chef, because that's basically what she really wanted to do, and she's able to balance everything, and it's just so amazing to hear their stories.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said and just say that I think Tao, for both Tao and both Morose. Yeah, Tao is obviously someone like you had mentioned who had a career. He retired, and now he's starting this business. Energy is one of the things that I deal with the most, like having the energy to do things, right? But I can
Yeah.
imagine Tao, he's an older gentleman, he's retired, he's in retirement age, and he's doing this. Like, so if you think you're retirement age and you can't start a business, well, think again, right? And on the flip side, Morose has two younger kids. I have two kids. Never seems to be, you know, enough energy for the kids, let alone having a business. And
Yep.
so if you're watching this and you think that, oh man, I don't have enough time. I have two kids or a family. I mean, it doesn't mean that you should give up on your dream.
Nope.
you know, it doesn't mean that
Nope.
it's not possible and you can't do it. So I just love what we're doing here, Antoinette. I really want to continue what we're doing, because if anything, we're not even necessarily talking about hardcore entrepreneurial skills. We're just talking about what it takes to start, and you never really get anywhere if you don't start.
Yeah, it is.
So
It is. It's
so
very inspiring.
it's
Very
it's
inspiring.
super inspiring. So we just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Certainly, if you have any comments, please ask our guests, or if you have any questions that you want to ask me or Internet, please, yeah, please, because man, like I said, we don't get tired of doing these shows. We will continue to do them. I just love the fact that we're doing this. So Antoinette,
Yeah.
Want to let you take the honors of, ending our show today and, having the last word.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Salamat, and we'll see you next week. Let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
Filipino.